What is up, guys? Today we are playing Railroader. Once we get this set up. Unfortunately, Railroader takes a little bit of time to set up. I have a map that I use already, so we are in. So we're gonna go to single player. And here we go. Cars over there. At the moment, brought that down with the Mastodon earlier. Both these have their handbrake. There should be already something going. Yep, 1301. So this is headed up to. Where's this going? It's going all the way up to the end. Hold on. Well, because I'm gonna buy some coal there. I'll assign Bob to that. We have a sell value. So we could go ahead and sell this for like 20K. And we're gonna do Andrews interchange. But it's going up to Andrews, so. And yet again, we're still pretty damn far from Andrews. Actually, if I just go. So now we're here at Andrews interchange. Could do the Atlantic. Hold on. I'm down to use the Atlantic. Here's the end of the line here. So. At the moment, we're just cruising up the division right now. And for the ride back, we're going to be using the Atlantic. I'm just going to name that 601 just because 600 is, I don't know, I don't love that. Let's do, actually, hold on. So 601 is just gonna be here. That's gonna be South Hickory's. Then so they're just bringing this up to the interchange at the moment. The waypoint is set for somewhere like right here. I think it's gonna be on the main. And we're gonna be buying coal from up there to bring it back down to I forget where we're bringing it back down to. We're bringing it to East Whittier for the other short line railroad down at East Whittier and something like that. East Whittier and Bryson. And then obviously down in Bryson right now, the Bryson Depot is held for Sulphur Springs. So this goes for Sulphur Springs and South Hickory Railroad. Also an interchange for Boston and Maine. This yard was a lot more full this morning. Sorry, it's taking a while to load here. This yard was way more full this morning. What did I do with 1751? So this is the Finger Lakes Railway maintenance of way consist. And then this is just a Boston and Maine passenger train that goes back and forth from Alarka to here. In fact, I'm going to set that out soon. Yeah, this yard was here 1751 up here. This yard was a lot more full, and I think I'm going to keep 601 in one of these stalls. This yard was a lot more full this morning. I've been doing operations all day. Here's 9007. I am going to head back up to Andrews Depot. And yeah, this is the one. I'm just going to set up a quick Boston and Maine consist. And that we will send this back up to Bryson, which is going to be a hell of a ride, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Might change this up to New Haven. Yeah, we can make this a New Haven consist just because I like the color of the New Haven cars already. The only thing is we do have to wait for the coal train to get here. but I feel like it's not going to be that long. I mean, I ran that all the way down from East Whittier, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of trips up here from East Whittier though, just because it's such a long trip. And the new East Whittier and Bryson Railway is just a little short line railway to go from East Whittier to Bryson usually. Which, makes sense because I already have Sulphur Springs. All right, there we go. Now let's just assign 1900 to somebody. I'll sign myself to it. I am going to have that depart shortly. And that's going to be going up to Bryson to lay over for the night and then head back in the morning. Here's the signal. So I am going to... That should be red, but it's not. Whatever. Yeah, for some reason the map has been taking a while to load lately. It's weird. So, obviously you have 601 over here waiting for the coal train with 1900 at Andrews. And yeah, 1301 is actually doing all right. They're coming at a decent speed to the point where they're going to get here in the next 5 minutes. I am going to put some freight cars down in well, we're in sandbox mode. I always do sandbox mode just for the fact that company mode gets like pretty annoying and stressful. I mean, I don't always do. I do company mode sometimes. What depot is this? Oh, this is just Andrews. Obviously, the coal train is actually headed to Andrews itself. The interchange, and then I'm going to sell the locomotive there. I'm going to put some of the coal cars over here in this yard. But we can definitely fit a couple box cars in there. Can we do 3? Hell yeah, we can. Also going to put a late caboose with a flatbed. I was thinking about bringing these back to Bryson. But the only problem with that would be I would have to connect them to the coal train that came from East Whittier. The coal train in East Whittier right now came from Bryson this morning with the Macedon. It was gonna come with the What was it gonna come with? The Decapod. It was gonna come with the Decapod, and the Decapod derailed in Bryson. I just didn't have time. Like I didn't feel like re-railing it, so I just ended up running the Mastodon. And we're gonna put just 4 boxcars on this track. I'll throw a Caboose over here too, just for the hell of it. Yeah, you gotta make sure. Yeah, everything spawned in will have some sort of handbrake on. I'm gonna leave this track open for now. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily have to. I might put. The only reason I say that though is because of switching. I'll do some flatbeds. Tankers there. Put more tankers over here. This isn't really going to be a tanker business. It's going to be more boxcar, coal, mainly coal, I think. Let's see how the. Oh yeah, they're coming. They're coming pretty good. So yeah, they're going to the interchange. So I got to make sure that the 1301 is going to be set to the point where it passes the 1900. And the 1900 should have. Yeah, there's no signals to the point where the 1900 is right now. But I am going to set a waypoint for that to Bryson. Once. Okay, so they're approaching Andrews East now. This train has been running all day. I started running it this morning. All right, here he goes. This thing needs to slow down. What the hell? I'm gonna. All right. So he is on his way into the interchange. That's where Bob is gonna sell his engine, and we are trading in 1301 for how much money? I don't even know how much money we're trading this thing for. All I know is it's supposed to be at Andrews Interchange. Yep, 19K. All right. So we're gonna get about 19K from that. I'm not gonna sell it just yet. Did that just? Well, that's not good. That just went on. I set that switch for a reason. I did just realize. Actually, God damn it. Hold on. We are set. I literally just set this switch so it would bypass the New Haven. But the waypoint did not like that. So we are going to set a new waypoint. That's great. I feel like it should have picked up that that train was there, but there's no signals up here, so I guess it makes sense. And I already had this waypoint going. I probably should have just spawned in the New Haven on the I really should have just spawned the New Haven on the side track, but whatever. Passenger has more priority. Except we're no. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna bring that down to 15. Second of all, this should pull right up to the switch. So once that bypasses, we can just select that. I want to push it to 40, but there's a possibility that we could have a derailment on our hands. I cannot afford that. So I'm going to leave it on 40. Actually, I'll leave it on 35 for now and see how it goes. Then I'm going to push it to 40 because the track speed might be 40 at this point. No, it's 30 the whole way. So this train is not stopping at any of these. We're just going straight over to Bryson. I suppose we could stop at Almond, but I think we're gonna go straight to. Oh no, we'll stop at Alarka. Yeah, we'll stop at Alarka. All right. So since the 1301 is just pulling up to its waypoint, we should be good to go. I'm gonna go straight down towards Alarka. We don't want to do Alarka. Yeah, we want to do Alarka Junction. And we will set this waypoint for the signal. Here we go. So now 1900 is going to part with this consist. So yeah, the coal train is just going to be pulling up towards the interchange. So now that that's all set, we're just going to reselect. All right. So that's going to be running up to Bryson, but while we wait for that to get to Alarka, and that's not going to, I don't know if I'm going to run that all the way to Alarka right now. I might have to just save the game and join in later. So this is stopping, and now I'm going to have to set a new waypoint because I only set it for this switch. So there goes the passenger. Now we can bring. I forgot this Y was here too, but you can't really Y much, especially with the amount of trains I'm doing because the Y track itself is so short. We're gonna pull up onto the main. And we're also gonna get coal from here. I think I am gonna put some New Haven stuff in here. Might not be a bad idea because I'm gonna be running a lot of passenger trains from here to Alarka. Alarka is the best layover in my opinion for this game. Other than Bryson, I think it just has the yard right next to the Y. I think Bryson's actually the best. Other than Bryson, Alarka. So since this is pulling up, we can grab 601. I don't need to set a waypoint for this. I can just manually. But here comes the coal train, and then I don't think I'm gonna sell 1301 just yet, but because I do technically still have to grab repair parts, but it's all good. Here comes the coal train, and then I don't think I'm gonna sell 1301 just yet, because I do technically still have to grab repair parts. Okay. Feel free to chat, by the way. I'll respond. All right, so we're grabbing the 601. Now that the 1301's arriving at its waypoint. All right, there we go. EWBX 1301 arrived at waypoint. Unfortunately, the Atlantic doesn't hold at that much water, so we will probably need to make some pit stops on the way back to East Whittier, because it's around 45 miles to get back. It was a long trip, that's for sure. All right, we're gonna couple. There we go. I am just gonna set this handbrake and connect to the glad hands. All right. So we're able to pull up 1301 now. Please tell me. All right, we're good. We're good. I'm not bringing this back to East Whittier. I suppose I can bring it back to Bryson later. Because I do have to repair it. And that's going to take an hour. Also 2,000 miles to the overall, so that's not bad. Oh, shoot. Forgot about that handbrake. All right, so now 601 is going to be pulling up. And we should be able to get this guy back to Bryson. Well, technically East Whittier. I don't know if I want to use 601 for the East Whittier and Bryson Railroad. I think since I'm going to be keeping the 1301 here, I can lease 1601 to the East Bryson. Or not East Bryson, East Whittier. Because I think it might be a good idea to have a second engine for East Whittier and Bryson, because all my engines right now are going to Sulphur Springs. So we're pulling up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to load coal here, but right now it says we have 37 tons of coal, so I'm going to try my best. All right, so he's pulling up now. I'm gonna bring the first car up. We're not getting 37 tons of coal in all these cars. We're only, because one of these cars hold 50. Yeah, one of these coal cars hold 50 tons. So at this point, I could have literally just brought one car up. I guess I can leave all the other cars here and just bring one back, but yeah, nothing's loading. I think part of it's because we are in sandbox mode, but oh well. Actually, wait. I'm going to do some switching. Because I think it's a good idea to leave some coal cars up here. Yet again, I do want to bring 601 back. Well, since I brought these empties up here, I guess I could bring 601 and 1301 back with 601 in tow. It really doesn't matter. I could leave it in the shed, but I also I want it back down in Bryson. Or East Whittier, I meant. Because right now, 1301 is going to be going off service. because I need to make as much money as I can get. Bam, we're right there. I don't know what to do with these other coal cars, and I don't want to just leave them on the Y, so I might put them back over towards the interchange. Yeah, I guess I could put these guys back in the interchange. I forgot I have to bleed these because I accidentally didn't put the handbrake on. Yeah, why not put them back in the interchange? The only thing with 601 being in tow back to Bryson is I would have to go a little bit slower since I'm towing a steam locomotive. I mean, that's not necessarily true, but yeah, I guess it's not necessarily true. It's just it's precaution, especially because 601 can't handle as much as 1301 can. All right, we're gonna. Dang, I'm flying into here. I swear to God, if I derail. Skirt. All right. I could just bring these back. Yeah, I'm gonna just bring them back. I think it's important to have some stuff down there. Not like I can't spawn them in because we're in sandbox mode, but still. Andrews Interchange. What? Well, right now it wants these guys to stay in Andrews. So, I guess I'm not bringing them back. All right, I'm gonna final plan. I'm gonna pull 1301 up, and I'm gonna connect it to 601. Let's check up on how our passenger train is doing. Oh, okay, it just passed Topton, so they're doing pretty good on time here. They're almost at Graham County. Yeah, they're actually doing pretty good on time. They might make it back down towards Larka today. All right. But there we go. I'm just gonna pull up a little bit. Brake applied beyond. Oh, I forgot to. Here we go. I'm just gonna pull those up. I know it was supposed to be the other way. It was supposed to be 601 towing 1301, but I feel like it would make more sense for the diesel to be pulling, especially because it's going to be 601's last run with us, or 1301's last run with us, I meant. There we go. I'm going to keep it at 25. And I'm going to set the waypoint. Oh, shoot him. I'm just going to set the waypoint all the way back down. I could do Bryson, but I think I'm just going to do back at East Whittier. Whoops, passed it somewhere. Where the hell is East Whittier? Whittier Depot, East Whittier. And we are going to do the repair track. $43 miles, that is a hike. I'm gonna make this the easiest for us to just go straight to the repair track. Why is that set to the main? All right, let's do this. So they're headed straight back down to East Whittier. Bryson is definitely not set for any trains to be going on the main right now. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I was just switching in the yard earlier, so. What the? I forget where I brought those skeletons. Where did I bring those skeletons from here? Because there were skeletons sitting. There was a skeleton. I brought them somewhere. They were sitting up here. I feel like I brought them down to East. Oh yeah, they are in East Whittier. And this is set for the main. I was just doing some flipping around on the Y earlier, so bump the speed up to 30 because why not? Let's go grab the SD7 because I have so much time. Or should we grab the SW1? Nah, let's grab the SD7. I have so much time to grab stuff before anything comes in. Like the amount of time I have is unbearable. I do have to keep in mind I have the passenger train stopping at Alarka. And I believe that is going. Hold on, let me check. 26 and 29. So 1301. 25. Why is 1900 slowing down? That's not good. Oh, now they're speeding up. So that should be going 30. I think I set that for 35. Hold on. Is this set for 30? Because it should really be set for 35. It's set for 35. I don't know what's going on because right now 1301 is set for 30 and it's going faster. So this, where is this right now? Oh, we're coming up on the interchange here. In fact, I can go down that line too and put stuff in there. I am gonna put some hoppers here. Wait, what line is this? I forget what line this is. Hold on. It's some sort of interchange. Because this is Nantahala, but because 1900 is bypassing Nantahala right now. I just forget what line this is. I should also put stuff at Graham County. I really haven't put anything up the line. And then we're gonna put just flat cars. I don't have any need for flat cars, honestly, but they're good to have. If I ever need to transport something to somewhere. That is needed for flat cars, I have them. Let's go back up. So, Nantahala, I forgot this was right next to Nantahala. So that just bypassed Nantahala. And I can definitely fit stuff in here because I don't need this sidetrack at all. Well, I shouldn't say that because, yeah, I shouldn't say that because I might need it. I don't need this at all. So I'm going to store something there. I'll do 3 single domes. Bam. Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of do need that sidetrack because if I ever run into a problem, with 2 trains. All right, now we're going 35. That's what we should have been doing a long time ago. So 1900, what? Just cleared Nantahala. It's almost 2 o'clock. In game, it's 4:10 in real life right now. So in game, it's almost 2 o'clock. So I think if we, just kept at this speed, we could get to Alarka by 3:30, maybe less. Nah, I'd say probably around 3:30. Hold on. I was gonna say Graham County. Well, I mean, I don't know if I have anything in Alarka right now. I'm gonna actually go check that out because Graham County is needed for whatever. Oh, Pulpwood, Graham County Railroad. So this is Graham County Railroad, but I want to keep the Graham County Railroad on this stretch of line. So this is specifically the Graham County Railroad line, so we can go down to interchange. So, but I don't know what to use for locomotives. Actually, I suppose we could use the little logger, because I know this line doesn't go up far at all. There is a station up here. This is Topton. But I don't know what I'm gonna run up here for Topton, because I'm not gonna run anything. Oh, that would be because we're back on. That's because we're back on the main line. We gotta go back down to Graham County. Yeah, we're way back in Topton. We need to get back onto the Graham County line. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna be running pulpwood. But where does it want me to keep the pulpwood? Does it want me to just keep the pulpwood down in the approach entry? Okay. Nobody's calling out, so yeah, the Graham County Railroad pulpwood. 30 cars a day. I don't know where they want me to keep it though. All right. I guess it wants me to keep it here. So we're gonna keep some pulpwood cars here. That was not what I was thinking, but I also wouldn't have expected them to be served 30 cars a day. I'm gonna be generous and give them their own caboose. Um, all right. Make that a dark green. And then I'll have this just, I'm gonna, is that not gonna roll or do I have to bleed that? There we go. Bam, connect. Is there anywhere over here to keep a steam locomotive in running condition? Because I don't want to leave after Topton. I want to keep this explicitly for Graham County to Topton. And there's no shed at Topton, so whatever. It's all good. I'm gonna do the logging tank. Mikado. I think there is a water tower at Topton though. So they're gonna. I gotta slow that down. I'm gonna do some transporting of pulpwood racks. And that's gonna couple. And there we go. And there should be a handbrake on up here. Theo Horrenda, what is up, bro? Get out of my stream, bro. All right. I think I'm gonna do a one chime. I don't really have a one chime that I want to use though. I don't want to use the saddle tank. I don't like the saddle tank. I might just do the CPE. And Graham County Railroad. Avi. And there we go. SSHS 102. Okay. All right, let's do a waypoint. I'm gonna throw it on the siding and Topton. I suppose we could go further, but what's the point? because this is an explicit Graham County. There we go. This is an explicit Graham County line. All right, so we're gonna pull out of the yard around 5 miles per hour, and then the rest of the trip is gonna be pretty damn slow. So. And then now we're gonna bump it up to 10. I think I want to keep. Hold on, I just want to check if there is a water tower at Topton. If there's not, I might be cooked. Oh, well, shit. That sucks. Hold on. Well, I know there's a coal loader back. But I feel like there should for sure be a water tower somewhere up here. Uh-oh. That's not good. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset that waypoint. Can I just... Okay, we're good. It has a red anyway, so... Hopefully that is going to stop. Yeah. If that doesn't stop, I'm going... I should really be... Because we are not close to Topton. Well, we're not far. But we just departed. And if that doesn't stop, I'm just gonna... I mean, there isn't a... Oh, shoot. Wait. If that just goes straight, then I could be... I'll be fine. Because this switch. I forgot about that. And that's going to stop anyway because it sensed... Yeah, so... No, we're good. This is going to stop at the signal anyway. Auto engineer, EBWBX 1301 Bob, approach Topton. Yeah, so they're just going to stop at the signal, so... I would hope. Because I guess we do have to wait for the Graham County anyway. Yeah, he's slowing down. We're good. Where is this guy? Stop, Topton East. All right, perfect. Nice, stopping right before the crossing. I would hope, because he's not honking at all. Yep. What is he doing? Yep, there we go. Stopped at a red board. So now the Graham County is just clear in. All right, we just crossed the bridge, so not terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the Graham County Railroad at 10 miles per hour. I also do want to check on where 13, not 13, 1900 is. Oh, actually, they're almost in Almond. Yeah, they're almost in Almond, so they're doing pretty good. They might, yeah, they're definitely getting to Alarka. They should be there before 2:30 game time. All right, so here comes the Graham County Railroad. Wow. Hopefully when the switch sets. Now, of course. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it over here. No, I don't know why that switch isn't setting though. It should set right when I pull up. Yeah, I completely forgot about the 1301 and 601 going back up towards East Whittier. I didn't even remember that. That was a good thing to keep in mind because if I didn't see that guy coming, I would have not have known that he was going to be pulling up to Topton. I guess the signal would have been red anyway, but and then I'm also going to keep the Topton station just deactivated. It should already. No, it's not. Topton and Graham County Railroad with unfulfilled waybill. I should start a waybill there so that we can actually. Right now, I'm just transporting these. I'm not even gonna bother loading anything. I do not know why that switch isn't setting. Diverging. Yes. Okay. There we go. All right. 102 is now arriving in Topton. I don't even need to do a crossing sequence here because I have it on the waypoint. I like the waypoint edition. It's a lot easier when it comes to this stuff, just because of the fact that one, you don't have to worry about crossing sequences or any of that stuff. Two, you don't even have to throw on your bell because it automatically puts on the bell. Three, you don't have to worry about anywhere you need to stop. And four, it's just like you don't even have to take control of the train. Kind of just watch it do its thing and be dispatch. I really hope this whole train clears the crossing. I think it should. I gave it enough space. Yep, perfect. All right, and stop. All right, there goes 1301 and 601. Yeah, but now the only problem is we're stuck back at the red. So that sucks, but whatever. We just have to wait for that to clear the Graham County switch, which shouldn't take that long because it's going 30 something. Like it's going 30. So oh yeah, I should also make sure that that's set. Well, it's already gonna automatically set since the waypoint. Yep, automatically. Then once he passes, yeah. So since we let 1301 pass, honestly, I probably could have just threw 60 not 601 102 at the end of that and had 1301 tow it back, but no, instead we're over here wasting fuel, so fuel, water, and coal, because I need to find the next closest water tower, which shouldn't be far at all, I don't think. I'm hoping that the closest water tower is actually close. Is it? Well, I know the closest coal loader is right here. I don't even know if there's any coal sitting in there though. That's the biggest problem. Oh, this one's not. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're good. Oh, nice. And the closest water tower is also just like right at Nanahala, so in fact, I could probably keep this locomotive. I already have a yellow. I'm just gonna put it here for today, and then next time I run Graham County, I can just resume and go down to the water tower and coal. And then we're just gonna do 20 since we're going light power. We also got to watch him go over this bridge because this is a sick shot. All right, yeah, he's coming around the corner. For those who are wondering what I'm doing with my mouse right there, um, I was blowing the whistle. Unfortunately, you can't hear the audio sound. I didn't turn it on today, but I really got to start turning it on. I don't usually have the audio on, but like I can hear the audio right now, but I don't turn it on for the stream. Here's 102. So yeah, we're just about approached. Huh. These locomotives, they top out at 25. I didn't know that. No matter even if you're going downhill, they still top out. Makes sense. It's such a small locomotive. Okay, now we gotta slow down. And hopefully that just switches straight back to the main. Yep. And then meanwhile, while that's waiting for its waypoint, here's the 11. Oh, they're clearing the coal loader. These guys are not making it to Bryson tonight. Or East Whittier. I only say that because tomorrow I start school. I'm not staying up all night tonight just running. Either way, I wouldn't prefer to stay up all night and run on Railroader, but I've had a headache all day too, so I should really hop off soon. Once the 1900 gets to Alarka, I'm going to hop off, which is going to be very soon. Oh, they're pulling up now. I think I set the waypoint to the signal. Okay, the 102 arrived at its waypoint. That's what I was also waiting for. All right, here they are. And they are stopped. Perfect. Alrighty, guys. I want to thank you very much for joining the stream today. Um, I will most likely be back streaming tomorrow afternoon, finishing up those runs. But I do thank you very much for joining the stream today. As you guys can tell, I'm very tired. Anyway.